Good evening, world. It's Ivan America again. It's 8:45 in the evening, around there. I'll make a quick 30-minute video. I just woke up. Hope you guys enjoyed my past videos, obviously. Sorry again, I uploaded it a little bit later today. My part 2, I uploaded later because I woke up and I saw it had uploading problems. I had to re-upload it and it finally worked. Obviously. So I'll make a quick 30-minute video here, guys, and I'll take my shower. And I'll go to the store and get my beer and my smokes. And then you guys will enjoy the show. By the time I come back, the video should be uploaded. Because my internet connection is very fast. So my video only takes on average 10-15 minutes to upload now. So by the time I take my shower, the video should be close to being uploaded. By the time I come back from the store, the video should be uploaded. Obviously. So I'm going to talk about Zayn as usual for 30 minutes. And I'll end the what? I will end the video, obviously. I will end the video. I will end the video, obviously. Yeah, so Peter Jackson, if he's chosen, I'm going to pay him $85 million, which is 106 million in New Zealand money. That's a good picture for him with bonuses and salaries. I'm willing to pay Mel Gibson 56 million, which is like $44 million in American money. It's good. I think Mel Gibson lives in New Zealand. I don't think he lives. Both Mel Gibson and Peter Jackson are from the same country. They're from New Zealand. I don't know. I think Mel Gibson lives in America and Peter lives in New Zealand. I guarantee you Peter can't stand America. Yeah, America's not for me. It's too fucking crowded and filthy, yes. Whereas New Zealand's nice and beautiful. It's a beautiful country, New Zealand. It's a beautiful country, New Zealand. And it's not crowded like the States. New Zealand only has like 3-4 million people living there. Whereas the States, you have 300 plus million people. It's crazy over there, man. It's crowded and it's crazy, obviously. Yeah, that's why Peter Jackson always lives in New Zealand, because he loves his home. Just like me, I don't want to start Skyscrapers in America. I want to start it in Canada because I'm not a fan of the States. The States a beautiful country. The States is pretty beautiful, obviously. Some places in the States are beautiful. I heard what Orange County is beautiful. I heard some places. I heard the southern states are beautiful, like Texas and all those places. There was the states in the north and all stuff in the Midwest, the middle states. They're very crowded, obviously. If I lived in the states, I would live in the southern states, obviously. That's where it's really beautiful in the states. You see what I'm saying? But even then, the states is crowded, man. Like every city on average has a good 2-3 million people living there, man. It's a crowd fucking city. It was in Canada. It's not like that. In Canada, there's only like 500,000, a million, 800,000 people in the big cities. It's not as crowded as the states. I'm saying. Yeah. And because I paid Peter a lot of money, Peter will work double harder for me than what he even did for Lord of the Rings. Because I was like, yeah, and I gave him his freedom and I gave him nicer perks. He's going to be staying in, I don't know, $1,000 night suites in Vancouver. The best suite, easy for the best suites in the luxury hotel. As long as it's not over 4,000. The $4,000 night suite's a high end suite. Obviously, starting price range for suites in Vancouver is like $700 a night for the suites. So Peter's gonna be staying in nice suites like that. Nice one. Look, rent the best suites possible in the hotel, but make sure it's not over 4,000. If the best suites they have are 2,000 night suites rented, I can easily afford it. That way you give Peter and them a good experience. If you have Peter stay in suites in a nice hotel with a pool and jacuzzi and all stuff, a nice bar downstairs, Peter and them will work harder for you because you're giving them nice perks. They're staying in suites for 1 year. And then Barry Osborne and Fran, I'll sign them the first year too. Because I need them helping my 17 with the business calls. That way, even though 7 people is enough, you know what I'm saying, 17 is enough. It doesn't hurt to have a couple of assistants to help them out. That way they're not stressed out, because you're looking at a lot of business calls they have to make, man. Obviously. I'm going to be flying in some of my crewmen the second year to work in Switzerland. My 17's going to have to make those calls. Obviously. Okay, you're gonna have to rent the building for Weta Workshop to work in Switzerland, or you can have Weta Workshop work in New Zealand if you want. But it's just if you do that, you have to ship all the armor and all that stuff to Switzerland, and it'll just cost you more money. Just have book a building for Weta Workshop in Switzerland and where they can work. Rent out a nice building and for a good like, and I'll have all the. I have when we stuff when you have Weta Workshop work on the stuff, probably early the second year I'll have them work on it. That's why I'm going to fly in Weta Workshop, the costume designers, and the people overseeing the extras, and some of the construction crewmen. I'll fly in the first year. A couple hundred construction crewmen I'm going to fly in. Maybe 200 construction crewmen I'll fly in the first year. Have some of them work on some of the sets. Whereas most of the crewmen are going to be in Switzerland the third year, but I'm going to have some construction crewmen start working on sets the second year. That way you give them more time to build these sets. I'll have them work on it. The construction crewmen, I'll have them work on the sets probably later, beginning of the second year, a couple months into the second year, I'll have them work on the some of the sets. I'm not going to fly in all the construction crewmen the first year. No, I'll fly in most of them the second year. But I'm going to have a couple hundred of them flown with the Weta. They'll be in Switzerland with building the sets and Weta Workshop and all them. Yeah, obviously. And so I'm going to have to fly in a few chefs too. The first year, I'm going to have to fly in a few chefs. No, the chefs you can just fly them in all the second year. I can just have my team make the call for a buffet restaurant and have the construction crewmen go there. And to save money, have cab drivers pick them up, take them to the. I'll have cab drivers for them for the entire second year. That way you save money. I can't have limo drivers. You got to watch for your budget. No, have them. They're not my stars. Have them cab drivers take them to the place. Obviously, and I can have Peter and Osmond on them oversee that for the second year. So I want to put Peter to work on mine. So I can have Peter stay home. I can send Peter home. He can spend time with his family for a good month maybe, and after that I'll send him to Switzerland to oversee some of the business, design the costumes, building the sets, creating the costumes, armor, creating the weapons. Yeah, creating the mask. I'm gonna have the people who design the mask to start working on a mask the second year too. So I'm going to fly in all those guys the first year. Some of the construction crew, Weta Workshop, the costume designers, and the people overseeing the masks and the extras. Fly all those guys. Some of those fly all the Weta Workshop in the second year. A good like 70 people. You fly in all the costume designers. I'll hire a good 25, 30 costume designers. That's enough. 40 costume designers around I'll hire, and you hire the people overseeing the extras. And you know what I'm saying? And they're going to be they're going to be doing some work in Switzerland. I only have some construction crewmen work on the sets the second year. And the people who are going to design the masks, I'll fly them in the first year too. So I'm going to do quite a bit of takeouts the first year. My second is going to have to make those calls. Okay, rent a building in Switzerland, and I'll have all the Weta Workshop flown to Switzerland. They're going to work on the armor and weapons. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to have the costume designers work on the costumes. And I'm going to have some of the construction crewmen work build some of the sets earlier. That way you give them time. And I'll have the people who see the extras do the science for all the extras in Switzerland. And I'll have those people stay. And they're all going to be in the city, so you can have them stay. The construction crewmen, I'll rent trailers for them because they're going to be in the middle of nowhere building all the sets. Obviously, I'll have like 250 construction crewmen in Switzerland building some of the sets. And the rest will continue helping them in the third year. That way you give them time. You give them like 2 years, it'll have more enough time to build the sets, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the construction crewmen, I'll have trailers for them. And, yeah, but I might have to fly in a few chefs to cook food for the construction crewmen and all that stuff. Yeah, man. Or I can have, because they're going to be working in the middle of nowhere. They need to eat, obviously. So I might have maybe a couple chefs stay behind. Yeah, I might maybe fly in maybe 5 chefs to start working. You can have Eric Chong if he's hired. You can have him start working the second year if you want. For a couple months. Or I can just... Yeah, I'll find a way. I'll figure this out with Peter. We'll see what happens, obviously. Peter Ivan, I recommend you start working on sets the second year. You're looking at Lord of the Rings. It took us like 8 months to build that Rohan set. and your sets are bigger than that, so the crewmen are going to need more time, Ivan. Okay, fine. I'll have some of the. Okay, do you want me to have all the construction crewmen? Ivan, no. Just hire a couple hundred, and they can start working on the sets. That way, the third year when the rest of the construction crewmen start working on sets, they have a lot of stuff is done, and they can continue. They can help them out a lot, and they can get it accomplished. 2 years is more than enough time to build those big sets. You see what I'm saying? He's looking at big, like 1 acre sets, man. 1 acre mountain of Gileas, like a huge mountain with like I'm gonna build a huge mountain with a pathway, mossy trees, artificial waterfall. Yeah, it's a complicated project. The crewmen are gonna need time for that. Obviously, yeah. Nah, I'm gonna have to do that for Saints, obviously. Yeah, so Peter will work harder for me because I paid him more money than what the one he made for Lord of the Rings. He'll work double hard for me. You're gonna see him working hard, and I'll have Barry Osborne and Fran working with me the first year. I'm gonna help my 17 with business calls, and I'll pay Barry Osborne $50,000. A good paycheck for him. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. Holly probably makes like $300K around there. Pay Barry Osborne his nice $50,000 salary. I'll pay him a nice $150,000 for the first year to do the business calls, and I'll give him a 300 gas card too. And I'll give Fran a 300 gas. That way you help him out a little bit. And he, you know what I'm saying? And he also gets a $2,000 gift card, and he'll be helping out my 17 with the business calls. Because they have to make a lot of calls. They have to rent a building in Switzerland for the Weather Workshop, a building for the costume designers. They have to rent the venue for where all the actors are going to meet for the movie. I'm going to rent a huge venue that can fit 60,000 people. I'm most likely rent like a stadium, and all the members of the extras gather there, and the extras oversee the extras. People overseeing the extras oversee the extras. This has been crazy, yeah, man. You're looking at the biggest movie project ever, obviously. I'm gonna ask Peter. Peter, can we make it work with 300 crewmen? We can make it work because I want to pay all the crewmen the rich for 150K, and if not, if I end up needing 2,000 people, I'm gonna have to cut their paycheck in half to like 80,000. It's still a pretty good paycheck. It's like you can pay them 30K the third year, 50K the third year, and 30K the fourth. It's still a pretty good paycheck. Not bad paycheck. Like they're all gonna walk with like 50,000 in the bank after taxes. 48,000 in the bank after taxes. It's still a pretty good paycheck, but it's not as good as 150,000. You see what I'm saying? Hence why, like Peter, please, I want to pay the crewman the 150K. Ivan, okay, we can make it work. You're just gonna need the crewman. You're gonna have to give the crewman more time, Ivan. I can have some of the crewmen start working on the project the second year. That way I don't have to worry about delays from production, obviously. Obviously, right? But I'm gonna have this big talk with Peter because something tells me Peter Jackson's gonna be like, Ivan, why don't you have Zane's be a PG-13 movie? Like that way kids can watch it, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, stay away from PG-13 era title. If you do that, the movie won't be as good. I'm gonna keep saying that. Stay away from PG-13 era title. If you do that, the movie will not be as good. I'm going to keep saying that. If you do have Eratat, PG-13, the movie won't be as good. It will still be a masterpiece. Like Thanos was a PG-13 villain, and the movie was still a masterpiece. But it won't be as powerful of a story. Like, why is Takis and Agni? Takis and Agni for a non-scary PG Eratat? No. When you read my book, it's very clear that Eratat's the devil himself, and then all the humans fear him because he's a devil wolf king in the south. He's a demonic character, and it creates a powerful story. It would ruin the what? The what? The validity of the story of the Zanus story. See what I'm saying? Takis is born. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Takis is born, and Takis looks to the sky. He's like, it's time. He's brave. You see a demonic figure. Yeah, it creates a powerful story of Eratat's the devil himself. In the book, when you read it, I make it very clear that Eratat's the devil himself. The Saudans call him the Devil Wolf King. Yeah, he's a devil. He's not a fucking PG wolf man. Somebody tells me John Favreau, I mean, Ivan, why don't you have Eratat be a PG-13 wolf? Like, kids don't want to watch this, Ivan. I'm like, John, if you want to create a powerful story, you have to have Zane's be rated R. I know what I'm doing. I don't want it to be a PG-13 movie. Otherwise, the movie won't be as good, man. You see what I'm saying? Peter Jackson's like, you sure, Ivan? That's too scary, man. Peter, it'll build more buzz for the movie, and what? It'll create a more powerful story. The movie will be better. You have Aaron as the devil, the movie will be better. You'll feel for me and the man. You'll create a better movie. I know I'm doing. Whereas if it's a PG-13 movie, you'll feel for me and the man a little bit, but like, Takis isn't acting for a PG wolf. No, man. Just like Passion of the Christ was rated R. Jim Caviezel was in agony for what? For some cheesy whipping scene? No, he was in agony because he was gonna die. It was real shit. He was gonna die a bloody death. You have Satan, who's pretty freaky. It creates a more powerful story. That's why Passion of the Christ is a masterpiece. If it was PG-13, the movie wouldn't be as good. You know what I'm saying? Passion of the Christ is rated R, yeah. But I'm going to what? I'm going to sugarcoat the sex scenes, obviously. Hey guys, don't worry. I'm not gonna have full nudes like Game of Thrones. No, that's too much. I'll have partial small nudes. It's partial nudity. That's it. Just to show a little bit, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Hardcore making out, hardcore kissing, and you see parts of the woman's breasts, and the man and woman are making love and all stuff. It's not full on nudes like Game of Thrones. That's too much. I'm not a fan of that. That's crazy. Tell Peter that the way he knows. Otherwise, if I don't tell Peter, he's gonna have Zane's be PG-13. I think Zane's be PG. I'm like, no, Peter. You know what I'm saying? If Zane's is PG-13, it will not be better than his Lord of the Rings. It will not be better. It'll be close, but it will not be better than Lord of the Rings. But if you have Airtight beat the devil himself, he'll beat out his Lord of the Rings trilogy by a slim margin. He's looking at the walking devil himself in the picture. It's gonna create so much buzz. Why is the South cursed? Why are Airtight and all them devils? You'll see what I mean when you read the book. It creates a powerful story. They're cursed beings. Ivan, why are they cursed? I don't want to spoil Sophie. You'll see what I mean when you read the book. That's why I look at the masterpiece that I wrote, man. Obviously. People be like, Ivan, like, you want to create a mask based off this demonic concept art here that John Howland drew? You know what I'm saying? You're going to apply $400 plus million towards these demonic masks, Ivan. You're looking at walking demons, Ivan. Something 3 times scarier than even my ring race. And Fellowship of the Ring and my orcs and Pennywise the Clown, not Devil being animal. Yes. And that's why Zane's how crazy was. That's probably the best story ever told. I know what I'm doing. I'm also going to tell Peter, stay away from full CGI Airtime. I don't want the voice actors to wear that CGI technology for Airtime. No. You know that technology that Andy Serkis wore in The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings? I don't want what? The only characters who are going to wear the CGI technology stuff are the actors for the Eagles. The Eagles and the Crows, Airtime's Crows and all of them. Those actors are going to wear the CGI technology. The Crows and the Eagles, I want them to be full on CGI. I don't mind that, but Airtime, I don't want them to be full on CGI. I want them to be. Even if he was full on CGI, he'd still be scary. Obviously, but he'll look a little cheesy. Because CGI is a computer technology. You know how Azog looked a bit cheesy in The Hobbit? Yes, I don't want full CGI Airtime, man. I want the actors to wear a costume and a mask. A professional costume. Not Peter, I don't want the costumes that those actors wore in Lord of the Rings. No, otherwise the movie won't be as good. I want those more professional masks. Like that devil being an animal. Professional masks. That they're going to wear, obviously, for the movie. No way you get a better movie, obviously. That way you get a better movie, you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm doing. That way you get a better movie. People be like, Ivan, like, why don't you like CGI, Ivan? Like, CGI is where it's at. Everyone uses CGI for films in Hollywood. Yes, and look how your Hobbit movie turned out, Peter. Your orcs looked a little cheesy, and your movie wasn't that good. You had that computer look for the War and Battle of Armies. It didn't look that good. It looked a little cheesy. I don't want the war to be computer. I don't want full-on computer-generated armies. No, I'm gonna hire actual real extras. They're gonna wear the costumes and the masks of the wolves and bats, and hence why you're gonna get a better. And you're gonna, Peter. I love Peter. I like CGI, but you need to mix it with your practical effects. That way your world looks better, more natural. I'm gonna use CGI I'm gonna mix my big sets with the CGI technology for the world building, obviously. The way your world looks more amazing, but it'll look more natural because I build big sets. I'm gonna put special effects towards the mask and the armor. obviously. I'm gonna have what it is. You'll put special effects towards the costumes and masks that the actors wear. Hence why these characters are gonna be demons, but they'll look natural. They won't look computery like your Lord of the Rings movie, like your Zanus movie, like your Hobbit movie. Tell Peter that the way he knows. Is if I don't tell Peter that, he's gonna have guarantees he's gonna have Zanus full on CGI. He's gonna build cheap sets and rely heavily on research. You don't do that. No, build big sets so you don't get something messy happening like The Hobbit. And Rings of Power has a little bit of that computer look too. You see what I'm saying? Peter, I don't want that computer look like The Hobbit. Tell him that the way he knows. And that way, okay, Ivan, if you don't want the computer look, you're gonna have to build big sets. Okay, Peter, how does $30 million sort siblings? Ivan, that's a lot of money. Yeah, build our big sets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't have to worry about running out of money. I put so much money into the computer software. Yeah. Yeah. Handsome My Movie will be the best story ever told in motion picture, man. You've put 9 nods towards that kind of story, and you're looking at a masterpiece. A masterpiece. Yeah. And all the Zane's actors work hard for me because I paid them their millions. They're gonna walk with millions in the bank. They're gonna work hard for me, obviously. Carl Urban or the announcement guy, if they're chosen, they're gonna work hard for me. Whoever's chosen, they're gonna work harder for me. They're all walking millions in the bank. Viggo Mortensen or Don Cheadle are gonna work hard for me because I have no worry about. I'll destroy the role, and they destroy the role even more than what they even did for Lord of the Rings because I paid them their millions. Whereas Viggo probably only got like 900K, a million five for Lord of the Rings. And yet he still destroyed the role. I can only imagine how much harder work for me. He's going to make his 8.5 million after taxes in his bank. He'll work hard. He'll destroy the role because he striked it rich. So I'm saying he striked it rich, obviously. I don't know. He's going to make his like $4.3 million after taxes for his salary. So if he works for 1 year, he's making what? He's making what? Like a $200,000 check every 2 weeks. He's making, man, every 2 weeks. Viggo's making around there. One $90,000, one $80,000 check every 2 weeks. He's making. He'll work hard. He's walked away with like a $4.3 million check in his bank after taxes and rates for his salary. That's a fat check in the bank, and he got his $250,000 royalty check, and he's also gonna make another what? Another like $3 million. $3.5 million for his royalties after taxes and his agent and the rates. He's gonna make his nice like $8 million, man. Yeah, 7.8, $8 million, $8.2 million. Speaking for your earnings too, yeah, man. You work hard. You got a fat check in the bank, more than what Hollywood pays him. As Viggo probably negotiates for his $4 or $3 million for his movies because he's a small ace actor. $4 or $5 million for his movies on average, probably. They're all gonna destroy the role. Hey Viggo, remember that scene? If he's chosen, right? Viggo, remember that scene in Two Towers when the orc hire were approaching Helm's Deep, and you were brave. You know what I'm saying? You command the archers. I want you destroying. Well, I have no worry about it. I'll destroy their world. I'm saying, fuck Hollywood, man. Even though I had a fun time with the Rings, Hollywood's dirty as fuck. I had to do it. I got burned. Yeah, you have to go in the room and go in the cockpit and do it. Put the fan on because his room smells like ass. You have to fucking do it. Yeah. Because for your company, I'm free. I don't have to do anything. You pay more money than what Warner Bros. Paid me, and you're feeding me with a luxurious buffet. All you can drink milkshake and all that stuff. Viggo will work hard. I'm giving him 3 beers once a week. He'll work hard, man. He'll work hard. He also knows he's going to get his $2,000 gift card. He'll work hard. His actor's going to work hard. As getting a $2,000 gift card for even a celebrity is nice. It's nice money to blow. Nice pocket money for yourself, man. You can do good things. You can take your family out to a nice dinner with that money. You know what I'm saying? You can use it to go to the bar and get your nice beer. I'm saying, yeah, man, it's nice money to have, man. That's why these actors are going to work harder for me, obviously. Who are you going to choose, Ivan? Don or Viggo? I don't know. Somebody tells me I'll choose Don over Viggo, but I might choose Viggo over Don. 50% chance. I might even choose Viggo over Don. Don't hate me, Don Cheadle. I might choose even Viggo Mortensen over Don Cheadle. I'll have this talk with Peter. Peter, who do you think is better for Meramis? Don Cheadle or Viggo? I don't know, Ivan. I kind of think Don Cheadle's more But Peter might be biased because he knows Vigo. Vigo was in his Lord of the Rings trilogy, obviously. I don't know. I think you should go with Vigo. You know what I'm saying? And John probably, I think Don Cheadle's your man, Ivan. Somebody tells me I'll choose Don Cheadle over Vigo, but I mean, I might choose Vigo over Don. You never know, right? I can picture Don as Merimus, the captain of the Archers. But I can also picture Vigo as Merimus, captain of the Archers, too. Obviously, since there. And John Rice Davis is perfect for Eli. I think I'm going to choose him over Bernard Hill because he looks more like VJ than Bernard Hill. And he has that beautiful voice. That Danish voice over that Danish accent. Yeah. I don't know where he's from. I don't know where he's from. But he has that beautiful foreign accent, obviously, and he has that voice. That's why he's really, really good for what? For Zanus. Obviously. He's really, really good for Zanus. Really, really good. Obviously, yeah. Yeah, hence why you need to have these meetings with. So when I plan my movie with VJ, I'm going to print out the pictures I'm thinking of for the characters. I'll print out that devil animal picture, the boss orc in Lord of the Rings, and I'll print out the two Pennywise the clown pictures that I showed you. And you show John Howell and Peter this is what you're thinking of, what you want Eric to look like. Yeah, I want Eric to look like Pennywise the clown. Something like, not exactly like Pennywise the clown, no, something like Pennywise the clown. He has this clownish look, but he's a wolf and he's a devil walking in the south. I know what I'm doing. And I want what? I want Ephesus to look like that devil being animal in the hybrid of the boss of Lord of the Rings. Tell John Howell what they know. He's just like, holy shit, I can picture Ephesus looking like this in Aratat. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. He has this clownish look. Yeah, he has this clownish look. He's a psychotic master wolf king in the south. He's a cursed devil being. You see what I'm saying? And then you create a powerful story, obviously. Okay, Ivan. Okay, Peter Jackson and Grim talk. Okay, Ivan, if you don't want Aratat to look like a werewolf, and you don't want it to be a full-on CGI wolf, what are you thinking of, Ivan? Oh, Peter, I'm thinking a professional mask like this devil being an animal. They have this costume, they have this professional mask. Ivan, that's pretty cool. Yeah, holy shit, you're creative. Yeah. You know, say Aratat will look very scary, but look natural. Yes, he'll look natural. He won't look computer and cheesy, like your Azog in The Hobbit. You see what I'm saying? He'll look what? He'll look natural. He'll look natural. I know what I'm doing. That's why Zayn said, I don't want Zayn to be a PG-13 movie. As if you do that, the movie will still be a masterpiece, but it will not be as good as Peter Jackson of the Rings if it's PG-13. If you want to beat out his trilogy, you need to have Aratat and be devils. You need to pour a lot of money towards the movie and have me act as tactics, obviously, and pay the actors and crew more money. That way they work double harder for you. Hence why I'll get a better movie. Because you're looking at better acting from my actors. You know, the acting from my actors in Zayn's is Oscar-worthy performances. So you're looking at Oscar-worthy performances. Because my company's not in Hollywood, the actors will not be winning an Oscar. They will not be winning an Oscar. I could do awards if I want to for my company if I want. I know after filming is complete, I could do I could invite the actors, rent the venue, and do an awards. Best supporting actor, best minor actor. You know what I'm saying? But there's no point of doing that because it's just one movie. That's why I'm not going to do awards. You're just wasting money. But because my company's on Hollywood, the actors will not have Oscars, obviously. You know, so, but you're looking at Oscar-worthy performances for the actors for Zayn's because I paid everyone their rich millions. They're all making a lot of money. They're all making a lot of money, hence they're going to work harder for me, obviously. They're going to completely destroy the role. With Ivan, yes. When I mean destroy the role, guys, I mean they're going to really destroy the role, man. If you thought Carl Urban's acting in Lord of the Rings was good, think of acting better than that. Because he striked it rich. He made his millions, man. He made, I don't know, it was $6.8 million after tax in his bank. I know he's going to make a good $3.2 million after tax in his bank after filming for 1 year. Money that he does not make in Hollywood. He probably only makes like $1 million for the boys. About $1 million for the boys he makes. And he only probably made like $250K, $200,000 for the two movies of Lord of the Rings. For a pretty major role in Lord of the Rings as Aemir. He probably made $80,000, maybe $100K for Two Towers, and another $100K for Return of the King, and he destroyed the role. He still worked hard. You can only imagine how much harder it worked for me when he's getting his millions. Because don't forget, if I pay him 4.5, that's like $6 million in New Zealand money. He lives in New Zealand, Carlo, but he's from New Zealand, obviously. He's going to make like $3.3 million over taxes and his agent. 6 million after taxes is 3.6. His agent takes 10% of that. That's $360,000. He's going to make like his $3.25 million over taxes, yes. He also knows he's going to make his $250,000 royalty check for the merch. That's how much. That's more than how much money he made for my pre-major role in Lord of the Rings, pretty much, right? Or around the same same amount. You know what I'm saying? I also gave him a $300 gas card. I gave him a $2,000 gift card. He knows he's gonna. He knows I gave him nice perks. Staying at suites during the third year training. You know what I'm saying? Limo driver at the buffet. You know what I'm saying? 3 beers once a week during filming. Luxury buffet. I'm serving the actors luxury food, man. All I can drink for everything. They're gonna work harder for me. As in Lord of the Rings, I heard the actors got a buffet too, but they got shittier food. They got like spaghetti and chili and all that stuff, and meat and potatoes and veggies. Don't serve them that kind of food. No. Trust me, there's nothing worse than working in the middle of nowhere and you're stressed out and you're getting served shittier food. No, serve the actors good luxury food. Sliders, thin crust pizza, breaded crispy fries with gravy. You know what I'm saying? Chicken wings, chicken ribs, teriyaki meats, and fried rice and like a big salad bar. And the actors will work harder for you. They'll work harder for you because they're getting paid a lot of money. And they're getting served good food. If I paid the actors for millions, they would still work their ass off for me, work harder for me while they live Lord of the Rings if I serve them shittier food. But chances are they might not work. They might kick back a little bit, but they might not work as hard. If you serve them a luxury buffet and pay them a rich salary, they're gonna work even double hard for you. Because every day when they're hungry, they know they're getting served. They're taken care of. You know, Ivan took good care of the actors. He's paying them a rich salary and giving them a piece of roll. At the same time, $2,000 gift card, and at the same time, he's giving them luxury food every day for breakfast, dinner, and dessert. Because the actors are going to work harder for me, even double hard, triple harder. Because yeah, I'm getting paid a nice check. I can do good things with this money. At the same time, I'm also getting served luxury food. You know, instead of luxury food, yes, the actors are going to work hard for me. I know what I'm doing. Anyways, if this video, I'm running out of time. I have to take my shower and get my pack of smokes and beer at the store. So Ivan Mayer, I'm signing out. Peace.